Alright, let's get this going. Good. Okay. This is going to hopefully, keyword here, be overlaid with parkour of some kind. I do have a parkour thing I'm gonna do after this. We'll see if it works out. But, this isn't like a quest game or anything. This is... I can't think. This is the final... I've been thinking about this for a while, and I can't figure out how to start this. But, this will be uploaded June 2nd of Cars of 2026. This is recorded on May 24th. So this will be uploaded June 2nd. If Rec Room does actually shut down, this is basically like my final goodbye to it, because why not? I think I hear my mother. That's great. But, this video is just going to be talking, and then, this is gonna be my most edited video yet, believe it or not, because it's gonna be overlaid with parkour, and I am going to, when I bring up, memories, because what I used to do is, the first time I ever played a game in this thing, and I really liked the game, I would take a photo of myself in the game, so I'm gonna put, the little pictures I took, or if there's a picture correlating to what I'm saying, I'll put it up in the corner of the screen so you can see the picture I mean. So this is gonna be my most edited video yet. I'm gonna have a project to do, hopefully. But, yeah, this is just going to be talking, and then I'll put, time stamp on the screen of, because it's gonna be parkour and then me talking, and then at the end of it, I'm gonna do, little, tour of all the rooms I've made through Rec Room, because I've made a bunch of, I've made a Find the Button game, I've made a racing game, I've made, a couple dorms, rooms, and maybe after that it'll be, all the inventions I made, because I did used to do, a lot of circuits. At one point, I did do a lot of circuits. I was a circuiter at one point, so... Or at least I tried. Half of them broke, so... yeah. But, yeah, this is just gonna be talking and, stories, basically. But, I joined Rec Room on January 1st of 2023, and hopefully I'm talking loud enough. I don't know if I'm talking loud enough, but that is when I joined Rec Room, and I actually, funny enough, even though I have green hair now, I used to be a redhead in the game. And I'll put up a little picture of my first profile picture and how I used to be a redhead and I had a black hoodie, and that was it. I didn't have any accessories. Compared to my really accessorized outfits right now that I just have far too many accessories. We got all different things. Put my controllers down because I talk with my hands a lot of the time, so I'm just flinging my controllers around. But yeah, I joined Rec Room, and I'm not the most social person, so I never turned on my mic. The first months of me playing Rec Room, I never talked with my mic. I would occasionally type if people were talking directly to me, because I would be in the rec center, or funny enough, I used to play paintball. I played so much paintball. I've played, I don't even know what my stats in paintball are, but I would have to join, and I'll join and take a picture and either put the picture up on the screen, or just put like the numbers. But I used to play a lot of paintball for like, and then let me once again bring up the picture. I'll put the little picture on the screen at some point. But I should have just had my photos open so I could just, auto bring them up. On February 14th, Valentine's Day, funny enough. Yeah, on February 14th of 2023, I joined a game called War Island Classic. And that is a PvP game. I used to be really big into PvP. It was a game, I'll also put like a little video, because it was War Island Classic and Island Warfare were the two main PvP games I played. And, they weren't like the most popular. It wasn't like a lot of new people all the time. It was a lot of like same people would join at same times and whatnot. So most people got to know each other. And then there were like popular people that were really good at the game. And funny enough, with the amount of paintball, because the month I joined Rec Room and like month to 2 weeks I joined Rec Room to when I started playing the PvP games, I would play like the first week, maybe I would only join like the rec center or little games, or like little games and whatnot, and just hang out. And then I joined paintball, and for like the first month I just played straight paintball. So I got pretty decent at my main weapon was a sniper. I got pretty decent at sniping. Actually, my friends think I'm far too good at it, and actually, couple of my videos streaming with Irene, those ones, we did play paintball in those ones. And I got some pretty decent hits, I would assume. Or I'm gonna say. But I got good at doing paintball and whatnot, so I was good in the PvP games. Now, I don't remember how long I played War Island Classic. I don't think I played it that long. But, maybe a week or so. I don't think I ever really, like, clicked with that game because of how it was set up, because it wasn't, like, very intricate. It was just basically island, 2 buildings, and then a couple smaller buildings. So I never, like, really enjoyed the map. And then I joined Island Warfare, which was instead it had a giant mountain, it had a Walmart, it had an IKEA, it had a farm. They got rid of it now, but there was once a giant oil rig outside the map. Or like, it was above the water, you could get to it via the plane or like parkour. I talk really fast, sorry. But, yeah, and I joined that game. I don't have a photo from when I first joined that game, but I joined that game somewhere a little after War Island. And I got good at it. I got good at being in the map and whatnot, and funny enough, I actually became, like, popular in that game. Because I was known because of my sniping abilities. I was known as a sniper. Or, funny enough, a bounty hunter. I was a bounty hunter at one point. If someone had an issue with someone, they would be like, can you kill him? And I would end up killing him at some point. Or, yeah, at some points I would just be bored enough as like, anyone got anyone you want me to hunt down? And I would go hunt them down. I was mostly a solo player, I'm pretty sure, in that game. I know I had a couple teammates. It was so funny because I stopped playing it sometime in March because I joined a different game. But funny enough, like 2, 3, maybe even longer, it was months later, I joined Island Warfare again because they had an update and they updated the map and whatnot. I want to see what the update was. And I was on the ground and I just killed someone, and someone else walked up to me and was like, Lizzie, is that you? And it turns out it was someone I used to play with quite often. It was someone I used to team with, but knowing that I was recognized in this game just because of my bounty hunting being a bounty hunter. Or a player hunter. That was so surreal to me. But, yeah, no, there were, like, a handful of popular people that when they joined, it just like, oh, well. Another one that I remember a lot, his name was Tom Nook, and this guy, he disliked me so much, because it was sometime in March or April, I think. Because around that time, I had started turning on my mic, and I started actually talking. Mind you, I had a voice changer on most of the time. But that was a time when I actually talked. So every time he would join, I would just be like really hype. Mind you, I used the deeper voice, so I had a deeper voice in Rec Room because of the voice changer. But I would really like pitch up my voice so much and just be like, "Hi, Tom Nook." And he would just be like, "You're dying first," and then jump out of the plane we spawned in. He disliked me so much because every time he joined, I would do it. Every time I saw him, every time he joined, he just disliked me so much. It was so funny. I think I have some photos from Island Warfare, which I can probably put up on the screen. I'm sure I have. Yeah, I'm looking at my photos. I have a couple. I have a couple old ones from when I used to use a costume that they had in the map at that point. When was that photo taken? That photo was July. Oh, I played that game for a long time. I played Island Warfare for so long, like, I really, like, the oldest photo I have is September 12th of 2023, I see, from Island Warfare. But I played that game for months. I loved that game. That one doesn't say what game it's from. Weird. I don't know what game that's from. Oh, it's probably a game that got taken down. That one also got taken down. Does it not tell you what games? No, it says what, huh? I'm so confused. Because I'm looking at my photos, seeing which one's from what game, and some of them say they're from rooms, others say they're not, so I'm a little confused. No, that one's from a dorm room. But, and then, like, a lot of PvP games, and then March 1st of 2023, or like a week around that time, a week before that, maybe a couple days before that, I started seeing a lot of military games on Rec Room, because military games are quite popular on Rec Room, so I started joining a couple to see what they were about. I know one I joined was called Future Military. That one I never really liked because of, like, I think the one time I joined to just, like, hang out, they, like, a mod joined and kicked everyone because he wanted the server for just him and his friends. So I think that's, like, bad first impression. But, then I joined, March 1st, I joined, once again, picture, because I have a lot of older pictures. But, March 1st, I joined EM, or Empire Military. It was Star Wars-based military game. Funny story of when I first joined is they would take you, and you're a trainee. So they take you, you do the parkour, and then they'll promote you to the first rank. And I was trained by two, like, I think they're, like, rank 3. No, they were rank 2. I was trained by 2 rank 2s. And it was like, okay, you gotta follow this blue path or you're gonna get shot. Mind you, didn't talk at this time. I only started talking, like, April, I think. Or sometime later. But they're like, okay, you gotta watch, or you gotta stay on this path. So it's like, okay, I don't want to get shot, so I'm gonna stay on this path. It took me like 20-some tries to do the damn parkour, like, and I remember one of my trainers was named Your Father. I don't remember what the other one had, like, a really long name. But, I remember your father kind of getting ticked off at me a little bit because of how much I was failing, and then the other guy was just sitting there cheering me on, like, you can do this, or at one point he walked me through the entire parkour, it's like, you got this, you can do it. And then they went and put me in the little room where the promotion laser is. And they're like, okay, go walk through the laser. And I look down and the floor is green. So I type in chat, but the floor is green. I can't go on there. It's like, no, you can go on it now. You did the parkour. It's like, okay. And then they showed me like the ranks and the rules and whatnot. And then they just kind of left. Not joking, I was stuck because it's like you had to do like a little zigzag hallway to get back into like the main area, and they just kind of left and didn't show me this. So I was stuck there for like an hour or something until someone came and was like, oh, let me show you the way out. I was just kind of there. I was just kind of hanging out. I was in my own world. But yeah, I joined that and I played EM for like I stopped playing it this January, I think. So it was like almost 3 years I played EM. I think, yeah, it was like almost 3 years, whatever. But yeah. Actually, the funniest thing is I think like almost everyone you've seen in my YouTube videos I've met through EM. Yeah, I think I've met, like, because funny story of how I met Irene. We were sitting there. This was also around the time I don't remember when I met her. I think I met her in like 2024, I want to say. Maybe 2025. I don't remember. It was one of those two. But I've talked and I only had a voice changer on. I never turned off my voice changer. So I always had like a really deep voice. And me and her were sitting in a room and we were sitting there talking. I looked down. It's like, oh, my watch tells the time. It's like, and I was like, it's 9 something. It's like 9 or 10. And she's like, no, it's like, she's like 2 hours ahead of me, I think. So she's like, it's 7 or 8. And we sat there and argued about whose watch was right. And we sat there and we went around to like different people, like, what time does your watch say? And we would get like, yeah, see, mine's right every time someone said our time. And then we walked up to a higher up, like one of the, I think like the highest ranking person, like right under the owner, the highest ranking person you can get without being an owner. And we just like, what time does your watch say? We need to see who's right, because you know, higher up is gonna be right. And he just kind of looked at us for a second, just like processing what we just asked him. And he's like, you know, time zones exist, right? And we're both sitting there like, oh, wait, we're smart. So that was my first encounter with Irene. That's kind of how we met. Just both of us forgetting time zones existed. Yeah, a lot of people. I think like almost everyone. Now that I think about it, I think everyone in my YouTube videos I've met through EM. I keep thinking I hear my mother. It's annoying me. My mother's great, I swear. But, let's see, what else? What else have I done in Rec Room? I did so many quest games. Not joking, I played so many different quest games. I love Rec Room Originals. I love playing the Rec Room Originals. Funny story about how I got my hair dye. I don't remember when this happened. I would have to I think it was like 2025 maybe. No, it was 2024 because I've had hair dye for quite a long time. There's a Rec Room original called Rec Rally, which I wouldn't mind playing. I just need other people to play with. But it's a racing game, basically, and I like racing games. But we were in it, and there's this guy, and he's like, it was me and a friend who doesn't play Rec Room anymore. She's never been in my YouTube videos. But me and her were playing it, and there's like a couple other guys, and one of them was like, yeah, I'm really good at this game. If you beat me, I'll buy you one thing off of your wish list. It's like, okay, bet. And then I like destroyed him. I was like a lap ahead of him. I came in first. I think I lapped him. I'm pretty sure I lapped him. And he's like, alright, and then bought me green hair dye. So that's how I got my green hair dye. That's just, I beat a guy in racing, and that's how I acquired hair dye. What's some other things? Oh, joy. I was going over this, like, in my head last night, like, how do I want to word this? I should have written it down, because I had a pretty good script in my head about all the fun stories I wanted to tell and all that. And now they're all gone. There's a murder mystery. I know there's a murder mystery game that I started playing in, like, April of 23. With a couple friends. Mind you, this is like before I knew private servers existed, so I was always in public servers. That's kind of why I got to level 50 so fast, and I didn't know private servers existed. But we were playing it's called Murder V3. I joined it in like April of 23. And I've actually met a couple old friends in that game. But, we were playing, it was me, my friend, and, like, because there's, like, 3 other people, because you need a minimum 5 people to start, and I remember there not being that many people. Oh, message. But, it's just, like, not that many people. So there's, like, 5 people, and it's like, who's the murderer? And it's like, oh, I'm the murderer. So, I gotta figure out how to kill, I think, like, 2 out of 5 of these people without them knowing who's done it. And they figured out pretty quickly I'm the murderer, because they all kind of huddled together, and the one guy that wasn't with them died when I wasn't around. So being the detective, you have to actually go up to the person and click them with this little, like, taser gun you have. And then you can call him to your office to arrest him. And it was like, oh, we know it's you, so he tasers me. And then goes to his office. I kind of look at my friend, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but I want to win, and then I kill her. And she's just like, God damn it. It's just like, sorry, I want to win, and then murder her. I don't think Murder V3 would be a really fun game to play with, but you need minimum 5 people to play it, but, like, no one gets on Rec Room anymore. So, there's, like, so many, because there's also a game called, Plate Party. There's a game called Plate Party, which is a fun little mini game. You gotta be the last to survive, and random little things will happen. There's like Rec Rally, or there's soccer in this game, believe it or not. And then there's, oh my lord, how do I manage to do this? I had a whole script memorized yesterday that I didn't write down, and now it's all gone. But then there's like Uno, which I've made a video on Uno. That one will be coming out in August, I think. Yeah, August, I think. And then there's like a lot of different Rec Room originals, because there's like also quest games. There's like 5 quest games, I think, that would all be really fun to record and beat, but I need more people, because I am not skillful enough to beat an entire quest game by myself, even with my little puppet creature. Because there's Quest for the Golden Trophy, which I've played. I have recorded that one. I've recorded that one. That one was the quest game instead of fishing. That was with 2 of my friends. There's Curse of the Crimson Cauldron, which I've never recorded. I've never beat that one either. Like, the only 2 quest games I've beat is the Quest for the Golden Trophy and Crescendo of the Blood Moon. Those are the only 2 quest games I've beaten on Rec Room. Actually, the thing was I was actually, trying to figure out what game I wanted to overlay. Is like, Crescendo might be fun to play to overlay. It's like, yeah, but that one's it's not like guns or swords or anything. It's like crossbows, or I think you can get a gun or whips. It's like that one, it's like the big final boss is a vampire and you're going through like Dracula's castle and you gotta defeat Dracula and do like mini bosses, whatnot. And it's like, nah. Hi. The only reason I have S tier in that game is because 2 of my friends, who are both complete sweats, mind you, because they showed me like the speed running tactics on how to do it. And that's the only reason I got S tier, is because I legit got carried through that game by them because they were bored and just like dragged me along, I think. But then Curse of the Crimson Cauldron, Crescendo of the Blood Moon, which I've beaten twice, I think, once or twice. I've beaten Golden Trophy like 35 times, I want to say. Because there's like 40, because each quest game has 2 unique sets, and depending what rank you get a different colored set, because like Golden Trophy has like knights and archers. And then if you get S tier, you can get a piece of the Black Knight set or the Black Archer set. And then there's like each rank has a different color. So there's like 48. There's like 48 pieces you can get, and I have like 30. Somewhere in the 30s. I don't remember exactly how many. Actually, one of my gloves is actually one of the pieces for the Black Archer set. But yeah, then I beat Crescendo a couple times. I know I beat it once because I have the S tier. I beat it twice. Twice, mind you. In my 3 years of playing Rec Room, I beat only 2 out of the quest games, and I've beaten one of them twice. And then, what are the other ones? Rise of Jumbotron, I've never beaten, but that one's like you fight robots, and that one you actually use guns, because most of them you don't. That one, you use actual guns, which is a whole different, because I'm so used to playing, Golden Trophy with my sword and whatnot, because I have a sword and I can swing pretty hard to, one-hit a lot of the enemies, and then I have a gun, so it's like, I only ever really play that for, dailies. And then there's Isle of the Lost Skulls. I've gotten, mind you, I have gotten so close to beating all of these games. I've gotten to the boss fight of all of these games and never finished any of them. I, failed. Because, Isle of the Lost Skulls, it's a pirate one, you have your swords, but your weapons break over time. Same with Crescendo. Your weapons break over time and you have to keep getting new ones. So, and then that when you're fighting pirates, I think the boss for that one is pirate captain or something. I haven't played that one in so long, but I think that's all the quest games. Yeah, no, I've gotten to the boss fight of every single quest game, and have only beaten 2 of them. Trophy, yeah, no, there's only 5 quest games. Oh, you know what? I need to go, there's a game on here that's called My Little Monsters, which is Pokemon, I'm gonna say. But you, hatch and take care of monsters, and then you gotta go into the woods and collect things. but I need to, I have a couple in there. I want to go, like, take pictures of my little creatures. Because I have, like, so many of, I have, like, one of every monster. Because there's, like, 3 ones you can get. I have one of each of them, and then there's a chupacabra. And I have, like, almost every color the chupacabra comes in. That is my favorite one. There's bowling on Rec Room? Oh no. Oh, I have played bowling before. I just suck at it because I can't stand up. No, I don't want to go to disc golf. I've played too much disc golf. I'm sure there's a stupid photo of me playing disc golf with one of my friends I found the other day. And it's because I'm not really that good at throwing. I suck at throwing frisbees. So I I was sitting there, and in disc golf, since I'm on VR, I can kind of just like push the discs with my hand. So I was just kind of sitting there pushing the disc through the level, and my friend took a photo, and like the worst time, it looks like I'm trying to eat the frisbee. I found that picture the other day. I'll have to put it up. I know I had green hair in that picture, so I really don't remember when I got my green hair. But I talked for too long. How many rooms have I made? 1, 2, 3. That one I'm not the owner of. 4, 5, 6. I think. No. Yeah. No. 8. I don't really make a lot of rooms. I'm normally a co-owner in most of them. There's 8. And I'm not going to show that many of them. I'm only going to show a couple of them or have them be really brief. What was I looking at? I wanted to look at what I want to look at and see if I could figure out when I got green hair. I don't remember when I got green hair, but I got it at some point. Oh yeah, and I'm looking through one of my friend's photos to see if she has a picture of when I got my green hair. And there's one, in my dorm room, my, like, original dorm room, I have, like, this little teacup. I'll point it out when I'm doing the thing. Yeah, this photo was taken February 19th of 2024, and I have green hair. So I've had the green hair for 2 years, because I don't remember the exact date I got it. But I have this little teacup in my dorm room, and anytime there were, like, multiple people in there and they were just kind of talking, I'd just shrink myself down with the maker pen and I'd sit in the teacup. Once again, put the picture of me in a teacup on the screen. I'd just sit there and just sit in the teacup and just watch them talk. 'Cause why not? What else? A lot of quest games, actually, and then yeah, at some point, 2025, I started streaming, which was really fun, actually. For people that were around when I did my very first stream, my very first stream was actually a training event for, a military I used to own. Used to, keyword there, I don't talk to the owner anymore. But yeah, I used to own it, and I'm very much debating on whether or not, because I do have a copy of the map, and I'm very much debating on whether or not to actually show the map, because yes, it is, like, a lot of my work. I did a lot of the circuits for it, but I only own the copy because he gave me ownership of it. I didn't make the whole map. The map he didn't even make the map. The map came from a friend of his that was quitting Rec Room. So I don't know. I'm gonna ask, like, Irene what she thinks I should do. But, yeah. But yeah, my very first stream was actually a training event for a military I used to own. And then it devolved into Halloween special, Christmas special, random quest game, streaming with Irene, which is paintball. A lot of different things. There are definitely like a lot of good memories from Rec Room, a lot of like quest games that I really enjoyed playing, a lot of Backrooms games. Backrooms all seen being like my favorite quest game on Rec Room, which is the Halloween special if anyone wants to see what game I'm talking about. But also a lot of bad ones, because once you play in public servers for long enough, you're gonna meet the shitty people of Rec Room. Which is always fun. But yeah, a lot of fun memories, and I am truly happy I started playing Rec Room for the 3 years I played it, because I did meet like a lot of people I'm still friends with today, because I met like Irene, basically everyone that's in my YouTube videos I've met via Rec Room. I met Wizzy through Rec Room. I met Cyber Nebby, who is Luna. She showed up in, I don't think she's been in the Lily's Revenge video. I was about to say I don't think she's been in any videos, but she's in my Lily's Revenge video, Irene's Lily's Revenge stream, which I don't think she ever uploaded, and then also Irene's video that Backrooms video she recorded that never got published. Irene. We've been waiting for her to publish that, not gonna lie, because we kind of really wanted to watch that. Well, me, in particular. It's like 4 hours or something, because it's just our nonsense. Sorry. But, yeah, I think I've talked for how long have I been talking? I've been talking for, like, 45 minutes. Oh, God. But that's a lot longer than I thought this would be. But yeah, this is just kind of stories of, this is just kind of stories. I will put pictures up if I can find them. But I'll put pictures up, and at the start there is a timestamp for my rooms that I made, my inventions, if I put that in, and then also Island Warfare and War Island. I will do like show what those maps were, and then yeah. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the parkour. If this video or me talking was too long, it'll be the parkour I'm gonna play, and then there's a grappling one. But if the first parkour takes longer, it'll just be after this. It'll just be me sitting there doing parkour. Don't expect much sound, because I don't expect to actually commentate. You'll just probably hear me get upset at one point because it is a harder parkour that I'm gonna be doing. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story type video, and I hope you enjoy seeing the rooms I've made and the inventions I've made. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.